2020. It's a special one. Where do we start, bro? Where do we even start?
I don't know. It feels like we pick one or the other. Yeah.
Oh man, this was a special day of World Cup football, bro.
Much needed too after a very what felt like a straightforward round of 16.
Well, apart from a few matches, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Morocco, Spain, the Japan, Croatia. The rest pretty much, you know, formality. Yeah.
This was one of the craziest days of the World Cup. Do you put this as the craziest one so far?
Bro, this was nuts because the thing is, right? Brazil. Let's talk about the Brazil game first. But Brazil, they were on top for the most of the game. They had this. It was theirs. Especially when Neymar scored that goal, they had it.
Yep.
All they needed to do was to switch off from Joga Bonito just for a second, play, you know, some scrappy football, see out the match, and then okay, you could do Joga Bonito in the next game, right? But they still, you know, I think that was Anthony who lost that ball.
Yep.
You're still doing the stylish thing. You still they should have killed the game. They should have taken a sting out of it, pass it around. You know what I'm saying? Run to the corner, flag a bit, get fouled. But Croatia, they had nothing, hardly anything, I should say. I shouldn't say nothing, but they had hardly anything going forward for most of the game. And to sucker punch freaking Brazil like that. And I've been calling for this guy, Mislav Orsic, to get some more game time. And he was the one with the run and the crossing and a deflection. You know how many times I say take a shot, it could get deflected and go into the back of the net?
For sure.
And look at that, man. And penalties did it again.
So I don't know where to start from here, but this actually, from a tactical standpoint, has been my favorite match in the World Cup so far. Personally. Why? Because from the opening whistle, Croatia took this game to Brazil. Dude, Jovanovic,
yeah, he was
Modric, they were gliding all over the pitch as if they were phantoms without legs. Modric, someone has to do a heat map of Modric, like where he was all over the pitch today, and see how much that he ran. He was a workhorse, and whenever Brazil had the ball and they had they were a threat going forward, you notice how Pasalic was sitting in deep, joining the defense.
Yeah.
This was spot on today. Everybody, Brozovic, Lovren, Vardiol, even though Vardiol had that one mishap, everyone had a sublime effort today. And Croatia played Brazil as equals. They didn't play pragmatic. They didn't play frightened because they knew they had the means in the midfield battle to go toe-to-toe with Brazil because arguably national team football, they have one of, if not the best, maybe the midfield in the world.
Yeah.
And even though, like you said, like that final product going forward, they were lacking. And then that goal in stoppage time was actually the only shot on target they registered the entire match. Even everything, Brazil did not produce very much in the first half going forward.
Because Croatia didn't allow them to do that. The defense was almost impregnable. And you got to give it to Dominic Livakovic who kept them in the game, because against Brazil, your keeper has to come up with some big saves, because if it wasn't for him, this game would have never went to extra time.
For sure.
You know, so the few times that Brazil did their magic and got through, he came up really, really big. And you know, you got to give Croatia the credit here. You have to give it to them. But also the substitutions that they made in getting that equalizer. That, you know, you got to go far forward. First of all, to get the game 0-0, to go into extra time, and after conceding, I saw heads drop a bit. I did see heads drop, but to pick yourself up after that was immense. You see what I mean? And to beat Brazil, this is no easy feat, man.
No.
And anytime, and the danger of the game going to extra time for Brazil, the danger was you take the Croatia, once it entered extra time territory, it was Croatia advantage Croatia. And even if they conceded, bro, how many times have this team conceded the first goal? How many times?
Oh, between this World Cup and the last one combined, it feels like 100.
Bro, every time they concede the first goal. They conceded the first goal today. They conceded the first goal against Japan. The first goal against Canada. You go back to the World Cup. Didn't they concede the first goal in the final? Did they?
Yeah, they did against France.
They conceded the first goal against England as well.
And Denmark and Russia.
Exactly.
That's insane. It's like they're toying with us.
Remontada.
Yeah.
Remontada extraordinaires. That's what you call Croatia.
And I don't even think the word character is an apt enough description for this. It's like something I don't think I can quite remember in my 25 plus years of watching the World Cup, bro. I had never seen anything like this.
The word is Vatreni.
Blazes.
That's what the word is. Fiery Vatreni. This is absolutely nuts, bro. I literally, right? Okay. Brazil did how many changes did they make? Did they make any changes?
Yeah, they brought off Richarlison.
No, I mean from the start. I don't think they made any changes, right?
Oh, from the lineups wise. No, I think more or less they kept the same because I see the same guys here. I saw the same guys on the pitch today.
Exactly.
Vinicius, Casemiro.
Yeah, they didn't make any changes. Croatia made 2 changes. Pasalic came in, and of course, Sosa came in. Right?
Yes, yeah.
And bro, I still can't believe this.
I can't either, dude. I feel like we're not even doing it justice right now because guys, you're watching. We're in a state of shock.
Bro, I was driving around this morning watching the game on the road. Came home, settled a bit, and I was literally bored to death because Brazil, they couldn't break down Croatia. There was no goals. I was like, what's going on here? It was just Brazil at Croatia, Croatia repelling Brazil, Croatia reaching as far as their midfield, Brazil winning the ball back, going back the other way, because Croatia, they didn't have a lot of forays into Brazil's final third. And I was like, okay, what is this? And a few times they didn't have the end product. I was literally preparing, especially after Neymar scored. I was like, okay, let me come downstairs. Let me prepare to go and talk about this game right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Croatia equalized and took it to penalties. And once Rodrigo missed that penalty, once it got saved, I should say, by Livakovic, I was like, Croatia winning. I literally had on this hoodie right here, and I changed into the Santa hat with the Croatian jersey because I knew something special was going to happen.
Yeah. Well,
bro, that was special. Bro, after I couldn't even be, I was in disbelief.
Me too.
Brazil, this is Brazil, you know.
It's Brazil. It is Brazil.
This is Brazil not making it past the quarters in back-to-back World Cups. Bruno Petkovic had not scored in 17 internationals after scoring 6 goals in his first 8.
Really?
Yeah, and came up with a massive goal today. Mislav Orsic had hardly seen any minutes, came off the bench, and you got to play a role. You know what I'm saying? And I think in the semifinals, Zlatko Dalic, he got to use Mislav Orsic off the bench when they need something. Because this player, I know you've seen him for Dinamo Zagreb in the Champions League and what he does.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it's just amazing, bro. A massive effort. Luka Modric, you saw the penalty he put away. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you call cojones, bro. I've been talking about having to have cojones the size of grapefruits. And that's what we saw across for the Croatian players.
I think it was also Orsic's penalty.
Yeah, he scored the last Croatian penalty. Then Marquinhos went and actually missed his, right?
Yeah. There were a couple of Croatian penalties that were very close because they were like they were just inches away from grazing the right hand post. But they tucked this is how cold-hearted these guys are. They tucked them in where Allison had no chance to get a glove to it.
I'm telling you, man.
And
bro.
It was a massive team effort. If you were to do ratings for every player on the pitch, I don't think a single Croat gets lower than an 8.
Bro,
today.
I don't want to fight with no Croatian, bro. Because these guys are not going to die. They're not going to give up. Okay, let me give you this. Sporting analogy. We go in boxing, bro. Yesterday, I was actually watching a clip on Facebook. You know, I'm going to Facebook videos. And the Manny Pacquiao-Marquez fight comes up. And I had totally forgot about the fight. I forgot about the fight, right? Pacquiao gets hit and he goes down. He gets up immediately. He gets back into the fight. Bam, bam, bam. Then Marquez gets knocked down, right?
Yep.
And Pacquiao now regains control over the fight because he gets knocked down. He knocks down Marquez. So it's level. It's level. It's level. Then Pacquiao looks like he's going to win the freaking fight. Looks like he's going to knock Marquez out. Has him on the ropes. Marquez wiggles out, gets back into the fight, and then hits Pacquiao with a right jab and lays him flat out on the ground. I couldn't believe it. Pacquiao was like planking, literally. That was Croatia knocking out Brazil today.
For sure.
That was big. Tite, that was his last game for Brazil.
Insane. Just like that. It's over in the blink of an eye. And I guarantee you, he went into this match convinced this was not going to be his last game in charge.
Exactly.
And I got to what do you think of Vinny coming off, Vinicius?
He didn't have a good game. He didn't have a good game.
He didn't, but I feel like he was causing Lovren a lot of problems, though.
Maybe a bit too early. Maybe Tite pulled the trigger a bit too early. But I also think when Anthony came on, he changed the game and helped Brazil, though. He did change the game because he was taking players on. He was very dangerous. But then he's the one who lost the ball, turnover for the Croatia's goal. So think about how he feels right now. Think about how Rodrigo feels. Think about how Marquinhos feels. Oh, man, these guys must be devastated right about now. You don't want to point fingers, but come on, man.
Neymar was in tears.
Bro, these guys must feel devastated right now. But it's Croatia that move on, and they are in the semi. Do you believe this? Every time they've gotten out of the group, semifinals minimum.
Don't always turn up, but when they do, they turn up.
Semifinals minimum, bro. Do you believe this? Semifinals minimum.
They're like the Pep Guardiola of national teams. When they get it right, they really get it right. When they get it wrong, they get it really wrong.
Bro, these guys qualified for every World Cup. 98, missed 2010. So 98, third. 2002, group. 06, group. 2010, not at all. 2014, group. 2018, final. 2022, semis. Nuts.
And the last 2 group stage exits they had Brazil in their group that they lost to. History.
Revenge, bro. You know what they say? Revenge is the sweetest thing. And I'm not going to talk about the other thing, but revenge. Bro, listen here. Croatia has 4 million people in contrast to Brazil's 214 million people. The talent pool the gap is immense, bro. Immense. You're looking at Brazil's population?
Yeah, how'd you know?
You fact checking me? I already looked that up today already.
You spying on me. He's spying on me. Guys, get this. He's a mind reader, by the way. Brazil is over 53 times the size in terms of number of people, 53 and a half times the number of people as Croatia.
What about the land mass? The land mass, probably 1,000 times bigger than Croatia.
Oh, I would imagine so. At least a few
Exactly.
hundred.
Think about it, bro. This is massive. This is a huge victory, man. And we could go on and on. We'll talk about this some more, but we could go on and on. But look,
I'm shocked.
In other news, before we move on to the next game, you see that there's been a lot of exodus in terms of coaches of national teams. Luis Enrique, he's gone.
Yep.
Otto Addo, he's gone. Roberto Martinez, Tata Martino.
I think Diego Alonso for Uruguay.
Yeah, he's gone. Tite is gone.
That's nuts.
Well, Tite would have left anyways, but he's gone.
Yeah.
Bro.
Who else? Against Croatia, this is a bigger failure than 4 years ago. It's bigger.
Who else? Who else in terms of managers that's gone that you know?
I think this is Van Gaal's last match, isn't it?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. And with that being said, that's a great transition. Let us know another manager who would not be managing the national team going forward. But let's land the plane with this match and the Netherlands, Argentina. Let me say this right away, right? If Argentina had lost this game, I would have felt not one bit of empathy for them. Not one bit. They would have fully deserved it.
Yep.
Because how are you 2-0 up, 82 minutes, and then you concede 2 goals and go into extra time, and not only extra time, penalty shootouts, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Well, it would have been the biggest bottle job in any single one game in the competition so far this year.
Tell me about it, bro.
Because not just the 2-0 lead, but I was actually the first 70 minutes of this game, I was surprised because Argentina were in cruise control. If you look at the stats, I was watching it and I was looking at my screen in real time on my computer. Prior to Weghorst's first goal,
no shots.
They had no shot. Argentina were taking them to school. Bro. And I was like, okay, all right. They're not really threatening Argentina here. This is like cruise control. Australia's giving them a better bet. But then, just like the end of the Australia game, they get sloppy in closing out.
Yeah. And you know what? Croatia will be taking a lot of notes. A lot of notes. Remember what Croatia did to Argentina back in 2018?
Humiliated them.
I'm still going to predict Croatia to lose, but, still. Every time I predict Croatia to lose, they win. I don't know why. You see what I mean? But I have to say, bro, oh, man, how did these guys almost mess this up so badly? And you could tell the patience and the quality and everything when it comes to the two managers, because Van Gaal, he was kept keeping his poise, doing his thing. Scaloni was all over the place. You see what I mean?
For sure.
Shouting and yelling and, and how the Netherlands got back in that game. Well, first of all, before we get even further, that Messi pass for that Nahuel Molina goal. Oh, man.
Silk.
Oh, man.
Yeah. No back line susses that out at all.
How he does that, I don't even know. He doesn't even look. And he threads it. To Molina making a run. Bro, he literally has senses that he kisses the air. He tastes the air like a freaking serpent, right? He tastes the air and he picks up where his players are and say, okay, he's over there. He's making a run. The man, I don't know, man, the telepathy, man, to just freaking get that ball over to Molina. Great finish. Van Dijk caught out the whole defense running at Messi, and Messi just threads the ball through, running players and everything. But like, God damn, how the hell did he do that?
Yeah, the analogy I was thinking of. You ever see the movie The Sixth Sense
Yeah,
with Bruce Willis and the little
but I
kid?
can't remember exactly. I need to watch that movie again. I saw it when it came out, but not again.
The little kid that sees dead people and nobody else can. It's like Messi's like that way, but with goal scoring opportunities. He
Exactly.
sees those little pockets of space. It's like geometric genius.
I'm telling you, bro.
And you don't even notice the space that's there until the ball's already in the back of the net, and you're wondering what the hell just happened.
Exactly.
And it's really football's strange because the Croatia Brazil game was tactically closer than this match was, in my opinion, for most of it at least.
Mhm.
Before Argentina almost shat the bed.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. Like if they had squandered this, no sympathy whatsoever. But I do gotta say, I am kind of relieved the better team went through because I think they were the better team today.
Yeah,
But
they did.
we got to talk about Weghorst's free kick and as well as the drama of extra time.
Yeah. Before we talk about that, I have to say the Dutch. I was like, what the hell is going on here, bro? Because I'm driving back from dropping my wife to work, right? And I'm driving, I'm watching, I'm listening, and I'm like setting up my live stream as I stop at a stoplight or whatever. I'm setting up my live stream because Liam is sleeping, and I'm like, I'm gonna whip up this live stream really quick so I could do a match review because it's just gonna be talking about Argentina and how poor the Dutch were because they showed absolutely no intent for 80 minutes. Where the hell was Denzel Dumfries today? Bullied the USA and didn't show up at all against Argentina. Give away that penalty. That was a penalty for sure.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? And the Dutch were staring on the barrel of defeat. They eventually lost, but they 2-0, man. You would have thought Argentina would have see out the game, but Argentina were wasting time. They were like playing negative foot. Let's talk about how physical this game was. The Dutch committed 30 fouls throughout the whole game. And I have to say the referee, even though it wasn't the best refereeing performance in my opinion, he handled his emotions very well because a couple red cards could have been shown tonight.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
It was,
And note remember the battle. I had to do some research while I was on my stream. The Battle of Nuremberg.
yep.
16 yellows and a red. The Netherlands showing a red, right? The Netherlands, that's the most yellow cards for any World Cup match. 16.
Yep.
The
2006.
Netherlands in 2010 against Spain when Nigel de Jong stomped Xavi Alonso in his chest.
Yep.
They picked up, I think, 14. There was 14 yellow cards showed in that game. And today again, I think they had to be wait, Denzel Dumfries was sent off. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned the Battle of Nuremberg between
when was he sent off? When? Penalty shootout, maybe? It has to be 128.
Yeah. Maybe he got like a mouthful in Lahosa's ear.
Bro, if I didn't know this. It's a good thing I scrolled down. I did not know this.
There was also an Argentine player that was yellow carded during the shootout as well.
Let's take a look at what the yellow cards. Look, first of all, Timber Dumfries, that's 3. Depay 4. Bergwijn 5. Messi even got 1, 6. There's 7, 8, 9, 10.
Almost the entire back line.
There's 11, 12. Whoa! 14,
17.
15, 16. 17. It's the record.
It's the record, yep. I mentioned that on Twitter, yep.
And Walter Samuel even got 1. 18. Maybe Scaloni got. This is the record, bro. You heard me mention in the Battle of Nuremberg. This is worse than the Battle of Nuremberg.
It's the Battle of Lucelle.
This has been the most physical game. But that's all the Dutch did up until, let's get to where you wanted to talk about. Weghorst coming off the bench. De Jong coming off the bench. Look, Memphis and Bergwijn waste today. Waste.
Crap.
Right? Daroon, he was sacrificed. Coop Miners, Nigel de Jong, not Nigel, but Luke de Jong, um, Wout Weghorst came on, and these guys changed the game.
For sure, yeah.
That ball, Berghaus, that ball to Weghorst, that header. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that was good.
That was it for some distance too. And I mean Martinez had no
Exactly.
chance to get to that. And then, dude, 10 minutes of added time of regulation. Even went beyond that because it was a delay for a whistle, the foul. I think it was who fouled on the edge of the box leading to that free kick. Was it Messi?
Otamendi
It was Otamendi, yeah. Completely unnecessary foul to give away, but
and Paredes and Otamendi, completely unnecessary foul.
yeah. But Argentina were crumbling. They were in panic mode. I was watching this
Exactly.
with my dad, and when they pulled one back, the first goal for Weghorst, me and him were both saying, like, they're going to concede a second one. This keeps going like this.
Bro,
And
this is how not to act when you're in a tough situation.
yeah. It's like when things are going well with a girl and you find a way to screw it up.
Exactly. That's what Argentina was doing today.
It's a perfect, but like she still likes you in the end because she finds it like charming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the free kick, you were talking about the free kick.
Yeah. I went on a tangent there because there's just so much to cover with this match.
I'm telling you.
It was cheeky, I gotta say.
Bro, that was one of the best free kicks I've seen in a very long time, bro.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Because Argentina, they got caught out because they thought that they were gonna take it directly. Because remember they had one before that they took directly and it hit the wall. Right? Berghaus had taken it. And that one was slipped underneath the wall. Even the guy that was laying down was ineffective. And the way Weghorst collected, held up, turn, and shoot. Oh man. I could not believe it, bro.
Yeah.
I could not believe it. Oh man, the bench lost it. I was driving. I was like, oh man, I just hope I don't crash my car trying to watch this game. Remember when Enzo Fernandez slammed the ball into the dugout and the players rushed him on the field? This game was too crazy, bro. I'm telling you. I had to pull over for that because I couldn't. I wanted to see what's going on. And in the end, when Argentina had won, the Dutch bench rushed them again, and it was chaos. I think that's why Denzel Dumfries probably got the red card. For some bust up like that, you know what I mean? Because emotions are wild, man. Emotions are spraying all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
And then how about stoppage extra time? Those last like 10 minutes, Argentina felt everything.
Argentina, what do you mean extra? Oh, Argentina, yeah, they were trying to win it, but I think the extra time period was quite, it was quite meh. But Argentina did turn up the heat there at the back end of extra time, but still, the Netherlands saw it out. And I was saying, huh?
But Fernandez hit the post in the dying seconds.
Yeah, definitely.
That was nuts.
He's a hell of a player, man, and it's too bad that he missed his penalty to give the Netherlands a lifeline there. But still, it didn't turn out to be costly in the end. At least Lautaro finally put one in the back of the net.
Yeah.
How you feel about Lionel Scaloni not giving Paulo Dybala any minutes so far? Do you think he's saving him for the semifinals or something?
He could be. I can understand the distrust for Paulo Dybala because he sometimes has a tendency to ghost.
Yeah, but come on, man.
But the thing is, you need someone to switch. You need to switch things up because there's a couple.
Come on, man. Like today was a perfect day to send him on, man. You know what I'm saying?
That and also, like you and I said this before, Lautaro Martinez he's had a really disappointing World Cup for the most part.
But he came up clutch today with the penalty, but still,
yeah.
Man, look, Paulo Dybala gotta have some minutes in that game that's coming up against Croatia. But also remember in this game where the Netherlands were just killing Argentina in terms of the height difference as well.
Oh yeah, they were a menace in set pieces and the aerial positions. Yep. Argentina had great difficulty clearing them,
and they had to take off Lisandro Bringing on Petzela was a great move as well, to add the height difference. Bro, the Croatia Argentina game is going to be a very good game, man. Croatia are loving it. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah. And here's the thing. This could be a really bad matchup for Argentina because Argentina has shown in these two knockout stage matches they've played that they have a tendency to make life difficult on themselves in closing out games.
Exactly.
And they're coming up against a team that
exactly
is known for coming back. So, I mean, all bets are off. I'm going to say this right now. That tie is 50-50.
It is. And a team that slapped them 3-0 in the last World Cup as well. Played them off the park.
Yep.
That was one of Croatia's best World Cup games ever. You know what I mean? I remember watching Davor Šuker at the 1998 World Cup, Robert Prozanecki, and all these guys. So Croatia, I've been watching you guys a very long time. And a lot of Croatian fans don't notice, I don't think they notice, and I don't think I've ever, maybe I did, but Croatia were one of my favorite teams back in 1998 World Cup.
Okay.
Because, it was like the first time I heard about the country as well. And they just basically, they stole our hearts because of that run to the World Cup semifinals and winning that third place match as well. So you got to love them, man. You got to love Croatia. But I'm still not predicting them to beat Argentina, though.
I could see that going to penalties again.
I'm just doing it. Okay, when I do my preview, I'm going to say Argentina win, but I'm going to smirk.
Wink,
you see what I mean? So, bro, it was fun. We could talk about this all day, man. And we'll talk about it some more in the future, of course. 2 tactical games and 2 very, very classic matches. We almost saw the end of South America at the World Cup. But, we did see the end of Brazil and, of course, the Netherlands. And I don't think the Netherlands hit top gear at the World Cup, in my opinion. And Brazil, they danced their way back to Rio, unfortunately. It's tough for them because they've looked good at the World Cup, and to go out like that is pretty harsh, man. You see what I'm saying?
It's
pretty harsh.
It's a bigger failure than going out to Belgium 4 years ago because, you don't expect Brazil to go out to Croatia.
Exactly. Bro, that was the easiest quarterfinal to predict. Easiest.
Yeah, it was. And football's just weird, man. It's just
telling you, man. But, bro, do you think we'll have some brilliant games tomorrow, man?
I hope so. I think we will have some really exciting.
So I didn't get to watch your we forgot to do predictions in the last episode of World Cup Digest, but big up to everyone who's been showing love to that 2026 video. It's getting eaten up, and I love it. And we do have some more 2026 action for you. And Football Pharaoh, when we go offline, I have some things to share with you. You're gonna love these. A few ideas for future episodes.
Okay.
Look, Morocco, Portugal, I think something special could happen, or we could either see Portugal steamroll Morocco. And I'm going for a 1-0 win for Portugal because Morocco, they're tough, but I think they just might have ran their distance. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
What did you go for with that one?
I have a 1-1 draw, and I have Portugal scraping through on penalties. I have Portugal winning on penalties.
Drama. I want it to happen like that.
I think it's going to be heartbreak because I actually see Morocco scoring first, Portugal equalizing, and then Portugal winning on spot kicks. Yep.
But let me say this. I would absolutely love if Morocco win the game. I would love it. That would make my day if Morocco win, to be the first African team to make it to the semis. That'll be big. And we would have a 75% chance. We would still have a 75%. We know. Oh, no. It's gone down. It's gone down to 50, pardon me, because the Dutch lost, of having a new World Cup winner. It's 50-50 now. It is 50-50 now. Anyway you put it, it's 50-50. Portugal or Morocco. Croatia, Argentina, France, England. It's 50-50. So, England, France. What you got for that one, bro?
I have faith in England. Actually, I have a 2-1 win. I
Wow.
think for England, yeah, and I
Wow.
think the throw in a curve. I think Harry Maguire is going to score a header from the set piece.
Wow.
Yep.
Bro, France. I got France going through.
Okay.
3-1, I think my prediction was, if I'm not mistaken. I can't even remember what I predicted. Let me see if I could find my prediction.
I have 2-1 for England
Um,
in 90 minutes.
what did I go? I went 3-1 to France. Yeah. 3-1. 3-1 within 90. Kylian Mbappe, the X factor, the difference.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And one semifinal is set. I haven't decided yet who's gonna win, but I will be predicting against Croatia. Just know that. And then we have one of England or France facing Portugal or Morocco. Those games are coming up tomorrow, and I'm hyped up on this Saturday. I'm very, very, very hyped up, and we'll be back. We'll be back to talk about them as well. So, Football Pharaoh, bro, it's been a pleasure. Any closing thoughts? Anything else you want to add?
The World Cup defies all logical explanation, and it's the greatest sporting event in the history of the world. Enjoy it. What we
Yeah,
have left of it until 2026. And
I think it'll be good in 2026 too, bro.
oh no, I'm saying this is what we have now until 2026.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, the World Cup's going to be good no matter what. How many teams are in it?
Exactly.
So this was a wild day. This and Group E with Japan, Costa Rica, Germany, Spain. This is up there.
It's been good. Oh, not to forget to mention, big up the Giant Killer Pharaoh as well. Gotta make sure you
Croatia.
mention that.
Last thing I want to say. Luka Modric on his Twitter account after the game, he posted, "Never give up."
Wow, that's
Never give up.
that right there is powerful. And we're gonna leave it on that note. Take it away, bro. Take it away.
So thank you for having me on again for episode 20. I'm glad to crack the big 2-0 with you. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, you can find me on Twitter, Football Pharaoh at Soccer Pharaoh. That's at Soccer Pharaoh at Soccer_Pharaoh. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube if you haven't already. And peace out. God willing, we'll see you again.
Cheers.
Idemo Hrvatska.
Cheers. Idemo. Let's go.